U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke says the country's fragile economy is facing, quote, numerous difficulties, including persistent strains in financial markets, rising joblessness, and housing problems. Here's Liu Yanhua.
Bernanke told Congress on Tuesday that rising prices for energy and food are elevating inflation risks. He says according to the current situation, the economy will grow below its trend rate over the rest of the year. He says Fed policymakers will need to carefully assess information about inflation and economic growth.
Many financial markets and institutions remain under considerable stress, in part because the outlook for the economy, and thus for credit quality, remains uncertain. In recent days, investors became particularly concerned about the financial condition of the government-sponsored enterprises, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Bernanke's comments comes 2 days after the Fed and the Treasury Department came to the rescue of mortgage giants Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. U.S. President George W. Bush explains the reason behind the move.
It's really important for people to have confidence in the mortgage markets and that there be stability in the mortgage markets. And that's why Secretary Paulson announced the plan this weekend.
The Bush administration is asking Congress to temporarily increase lines of credit to Fannie and Freddie and to let the government buy their stock. The two companies hold a guarantee more than $5 trillion in mortgages. That's almost half of the country's total. Liu Yanhua, CCTV.
Well, while the Federal Reserve Chairman was testifying on Capitol Hill, markets reacted with oil prices plummeting. The stocks slumped on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrials was down around 50 points after suffering steeper losses early in the morning. Oil prices plunged on Tuesday because of fears that the U.S. economic woes could hurt global oil demand. Crude was down almost $7 to 138.74 U.S. a barrel. That's the biggest daily drop in 17 years. Economists say if oil prices stabilize or retreat, consumers might feel more comfortable with discretionary spending, and that will help the economy.